farmers, and welcome back to Farming Simulator. 3 days before Farming Simulator 22 comes out, and I thought this would be a good time to do something I've been wanting to do for a while, which is go back and revisit an old edition of Farming Simulator. And today we're going to be looking at Farming Simulator 15. Why 15? Well, I figured it's far enough editions back to kind of show how Farming Simulator has improved in the last few years. Now, just to remind you, Farming Simulator 15 came out on October 30th, 2014. So we are looking, about what, 7 years ago at this point? So we're all pretty used to what 19 does now, because 19's been out for about 3 years, and of course 22 is coming out in a few days. We've seen some videos on it. But what I usually hear sometimes when new editions come out, and I kind of fall into this once in a while myself, where I say, well, I don't see that much difference between last edition to the new edition. So I picked 15 just because I don't want to go back to 17, because that's the last edition from 19, which we're currently on. And I figured 15 would be a good one to go back on. Right now, we are in Farming Simulator 19. We are actually on the Bjornholm map, which was one of the maps you would get in Farming Simulator 15. So I figured this would be a good place to start. So let's go back to Farming Simulator 2015 on the Bjornholm map and just kind of see what the game offered and all that. So now we just need to find a way to time travel back to October 30th, 2014. I haven't done this in about a year, but if I concentrate, I can open up a wormhole and get myself back to 2014 on this very map. So just let me concentrate. Let's open up that wormhole. It's there somewhere in my brain. And there it is. All right, just got to travel on through. Let's go back to 2014. And we are through, I do believe. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 15. Actually, I was kind of excited. Originally, I thought I was going to do this video, and I was going to go back to 15. I was going to have to set it on up. But Steam had my old save from I don't know when I was last on this map. But this is the map I played quite a bit on. I think I don't remember how many hours I got on it. But we're just going to roam around here. It's not really a map review. It's just a Farming Simulator 15 review, so you can kind of go back in the past. Right on down here, we do got some chickens. And the way we used to collect the eggs back in 15 with the eggs, you just had to walk up to an egg, and boom, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see we got ourselves an egg. Kind of interesting. So that's how the eggs worked on the chickens, at least. Also, back in 15, it was, what do we have to collect on 15? Gold coins. It was gold coins. So you had to go around, find some gold coins. If you remember, in 17, it was gold nuggets we had to go looking for. And I think if you find the first, 15 or 20 it is or so, something like that, then it reveals the rest of the 100. Then, of course, you get yourself $1 million. So, the first thing, I did come back into 15. I walked around the map just a little bit. I installed one mod, and I'll get to that later on, because I talked about the mod quite a bit when I play Farming Simulator 19 currently. But I had to get used to some of the controls. I just tried using my steering wheel. Steering wheel's all wacky on this, so I'm going to be driving with the keyboard. There is a T9 that's sitting right there. Yeah, I liked myself my T9s back then. So since we're at a tractor, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the store and kind of show what the base game came with. Now, like I said, I only got one mod installed, and it's not a vehicle. So, yeah, you know what we got in 19 for vehicles. Wait till you see what we had in 15. So let's open up the store. They actually had sales back in 15. So you clicked on the sale page, you can see we got the bale spike and the pallet fork for 5% off today. Kind of interesting there. Let's start off with tractors. So back then it was just tractors, no small, medium, or large tractors. So we hop into tractors, the Hurleyman. Yeah, we remember the Hurleyman. A lot of these tractors you probably have seen in 19 as modded. If you select on a tractor, apparently I bought it. Okay, well, I didn't want to buy it, but apparently I bought one now. Luckily, I have a $1.1 million in the bank account. But there are no, what you see for stats, there's no like upgrade engines or change the wheels or any of that kind of stuff back then. So we have the Hurleyman. We have the Deutz-Fahr AgroStar 661. I have no idea. Burr. I have no idea. But that was in the game back then. Whoops, I zoomed too far. Then we have the T475 Power Star. Kind of interesting one there. I probably didn't. I may have started that in the series. Don't know. Ursus. We had that for a tractor. Let's just scroll on down here. Lindner, the GeoTrack 94. I used that on another game a couple years ago, if you remember that. Another farming dynasty kind of a game, if you will. The Steyr, I've heard this pronounced Steyr and then the Steer. So either way you want to pronounce it, they had a couple of those tractors. Here's another Hurleyman. And then, of course, you got, I would assume you pronounce that same, the Fortis 190. You have the T6 160, the Case Puma, Lamborghini. I actually have one here in the farm, so I may actually drive around in the Lamborghini because that was quite interesting. You don't get no stats of like how fast it drove or anything like that, but yeah, it's not a fast tractor if I remember correctly. They have the Deutz-Fahr 7250 TTV. You can kind of see the prices there. The T8 320. I have 3 of them on my farm. Yeah, for those of you who know, T8 was kind of like my favorite tractor when I first started. And I did first start on Farming Simulator 13 for about a month. I bought that a month before 15 came out. And when I bought 15, of course, when I could afford it, I bought those. The Case Magnum for $300,000 in there. And then, of course, we got another T8 435. I did not like the crawler tracks in the back, so I stuck with the 320. We have the T9 565. I got a couple of those on the farm for $348. And, of course, you have the Case Quad. Look at that price, $379. What was the horsepower back then? $692. Not too bad. Maintenance a day, $600 a day. That's quite a bit amount of maintenance that we're paying per day. And those are your tractors. That's what we had for tractors back then. I'm not going to go over like front loaders and small stuff like that. Trucks. That's what we had for trucks. The MAN, or MAN. That's what we had, and that was it. One truck only, please. If we go up to harvesters, kind of the same thing. Roslanu. I know you pronounce it kind of that way. Then, of course, you got the TC5 90 New Holland. Then, of course, you got a couple of the Case combines right there, and I went too far, sorry. The Actual Flow 7130 and then the 9230. Price is not too bad. The CR 1090, of course, was still there. Then, of course, you got your forage harvester there. The Big X, the Krone, that was in the game as well. And that's what we had for forage harvesters and harvesters. Yeah, so not much there. Headers, we'll just take a quick glance at these. The bigger headers, if you look at the Draper 45 footer, that's just a header. It doesn't convert into a trailer. So you had to kind of, get the trailers. And of course you have the headers and all that. Yeah, so headers, we kind of see what we had there. Kind of what we have now, but not as much. Of course, we got, more brands in the game now, so more different type of headers. Let's go on down to potato harvesting. Yep, that's what we had for potato harvesting. The header for the potato harvester, and of course you got the one that you tow behind. Well, this is the one you would put in the front of the tractor and the tow behind, and then of course you have the Grimmy all-in-one, if you will. Beet harvesting, same thing, just does beets. Trailers, a decent amount of trailers. It looks like I got to use these mouse buttons or whatever. I'll just scroll on through. I don't want to spend too much time in the shop, but just kind of show you. Oh, the IT runner was, I think, a part of a DLC or part if you order early. I don't remember. Like I said, we're going back 7 years. The IT runner was kind of like a DLC kind of a thing. And that's what you have for trailers. Dollies, plows. Yeah, let's go ahead and look up plows. And this is it. That's what you have for plows. There's no scrolling here whatsoever. We had 4 plows in the base game. Kind of interesting there. Cultivators. Well, we have a few cultivators here. Some we've seen. Yeah, we all know those. Those are pretty much still in the game. Sewing machines. The one thing you will notice for sewing machines, the biggest we go up to, base game, is 9 meters. That was the biggest drills back then. The Horse Pronto doesn't like the Horse Pronto I know of now. It's kind of funny. But I think I do have one. Do I have one of those on the farm? I do. I do have one of those on the farm. Fertilizer spreaders. We had the Amazon, the small one that goes in the back, and a toe behind. Like I said, I'm going to go too much into it. Mowers. What do we have for mowers? The Coon. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Loading wagons. Yep, we had 3 choices of loading wagons, anywhere from 27,000 up to 88,000 back then. Baling technology. So it looks like it was like New Holland with a couple of trailers, a wrapper, and that was it. Feeding technology. So yeah, your TMR mixers, straw bale shredder. You had your mixer, and of course you had the I don't want to say automatic mixer, but that kind of like sucks up the silage off the ground. I do believe I got one of those on here. And let's see here. Forestry equipment. Yep, the Ponzi, kind of the same stuff we kind of see now. Probably like a couple more other things here. Cars, yeah, we all know the Lizard pickup truck. And you buy your animals at the store. There's no livestock market. And that is pretty much all I want to go through on the store. Let's go ahead and hop into a vehicle. What do you say? Now I'll be driving with the keyboard, so it's going to take me a while to get used to driving with the keyboard again. But you got one thing I remember that came out, was it in 17? Was the deformation of tires. So like when you got weight on tractors and such, the tires would change. You know, they deform by showing the weight. That did not exist back in 15. If we go into cab, dirtiness inside the cab was still a thing back then, but as we know in 19 they added to where, I mean, the only thing that moves in the cab is the steering wheels, like the throttles. Like when we hit bumps, everything's gonna be rock solid. It's like it's all bolted together, kind of a thing. If we exit on out, there we go. Kind of get used to the way the map looks. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I mean, this is how I left my farm when I last played. So yeah, I have really no idea what I have going on here. Let's jump on out, and yeah, the snowfield information to let us know what's going on here. So in Farming Simulator 15, you don't hit escape to get to the menus. You got to hit I to get to the menus. We did have weather showing here for a good long day forecast. It shows you the current sales that's going on. And of course, it shows the finances for the day. Or is that overall balance? Have no idea. Let's skip over. I think this is overall view. It doesn't say current view. Harvest income. Yeah, I don't know. These are the crops that we had in the game back in 15. So we had wheat, barley, canola, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, wood chips, and silage. So sunflower, no soybeans, no, I almost said wool. Cotton, thank you. There you go, cotton. And I'm sure I'm missing a few other things off the top of my head. It doesn't show grass here at all. It doesn't show grass hay or whatever. Does it show? So this is the only places I could sell stuff, apparently. Yeah, look at the price of silage back there. I do believe I was playing a normal economy. And you can see the prices here are going up, and this one's staying the same. So it looks like I only had a few places to sell things. All right, we go over to here, and it shows how much milk wool is selling for, how much seeds, fertilizer, eggs are selling for. Look at the price of an egg. Wow. Straw, grass, and hay not going for much. This is how you get to this is how you can get to the map, and it kind of shows you where things are. There's no clicking on the fields and buying fields from the map. You actually had to drive to the fields and purchase them that way. This is where, this is your map to check out if it's growing, ready to harvest, remove tops, and withered. I think currently we're like somewhere. Actually, I really don't know where we are currently. I want to say I think we're down here. Yeah, I think we're down. Yeah, we are down by fields 23 and 28. So it's like nothing growing there. Apparently, I planted something in 22 and 27, are fields that I own. So we might go look at those. Fruit types. I planted corn over there is what I planted. All right. And what else we got? Animals. I own 150 sheep. No productivity because I just started the game. We'll go visit them. The chickens and cows. No pigs currently. I think they were a mod in 15, but base game, no, they were not. And stats. Actually, it showed I only played 214 hours on this. Well, I don't say let's play. I wasn't doing videos back then. And found gold coins were 100. So, yeah, you can take a screenshot of that if you want to see what my stats were back then. In my early days of Farming Simulator, and I was learning the game. Where is the Lamborghini? Here's the Lamborghini. Let's hop into that. Got no manual attach I have here. So let's give ourselves a good drive around. There is the CR1090. Oh yeah, and by the way, no landscaping in the map either. So when you put down placeables, which I'm going to show you a little bit later on. Wait, did that header trailer actually unfold? Maybe it did. I didn't think it did, but maybe it did. Maybe that's why I purchased it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, no landscaping. I will show you a placeable later on. So when you put down placeables, it's actually right there. You can kind of see it. If you can guess what it is before we get to it, then congratulations. But yeah, you had to be careful. The best thing to do, put placeables back in 15. Place them in a field because grass was just popping up through. I think if we come on down here, we're going to find our cows. So let's go take a visit to the cows. There is some lovely traffic going, and they were really screaming down the streets back then. I know we complained about how fast AI traffic goes now. It was a lot slower back in the day. This is the cow barn on Bjornholm. Let's go take a look and see what the cows look like. Honestly, though, I will say the cows back then look pretty much the same as they do now, almost, in 19. Not too bad for 7 years ago. And then when you bought cows, it wasn't you can buy different kind of brands of cows. Types of cows. You just bought cows, and there they were. Feed trough, straw, all that fun stuff. Yeah, see, I can hit M for map, and it's not there. I got to remember where the sheep were. Does it show me where the sheep were? Change vehicle type, all types. Tractors, harvesters, tools, and trailers. It doesn't show me, like, where sell points are. How about if I do this? So this will maybe help me out. Alright, so there's the cows. How do we get to the sheep? We've been to the chicken. Chicken. There's the wool sell point. Another place to sell chicken. Sheep are on the way on the other side of the map. So maybe we'll teleport to them. After, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go up to a billboard. Hopefully I can remember how to get there. I probably should have drove around the map a little bit to get used to it. But nah, what fun would that be? So back in 15, you didn't really have field contracts. You had wait, I can't go through those. Yep, can't go through those. But yeah, we didn't have field contracts back in 15, but you did have a community board that you could go to. And this is how you used to buy fields back in 15. You actually had to drive out to the field and press R, and you can see this field. You knew the size of the field and how much it was. Yeah, but you couldn't check it on the map. You actually had to go to the field and buy it. Not like in 19 where you just open up the map and you are good to go. Let's hop into the Lamborghini to kind of see what it's like on the inside. And these posts back in 15, I remember them. Yeah, you can't move those. Oh, wait, you can drive through them? Oh, I think they changed it halfway through 15 where you could drive through them. It used to be you just ran right into them, and that was kind of fun. I gotta remember where this billboard actually is here. It's to the right. Oh, there it is. I see it now. So in the early parts of your game, if you wanted to get some jobs done, you would come over to here, open job board, and you can see no running missions. And right now there's only one mission, which is called the Western Lawn. A local resident can't be bothered to meet their grass cutting commitments and asks you to mow their lawn for them. You had 5 minutes to do it, and they would get a reward of $4,100. And you needed the tractor with mower, so it's not like it's not like you can lease equipment. Well, I guess you can go to the store and lease it yourself, but they don't give you the option on doing the job board of actually doing it. So yeah, so you either got to bring your own tractor. I can't remember if you got 5 minutes once you get into the field to get it done, or is it within 5 minutes of getting it done. Let's just go ahead and we're going to go ahead and accept it. And does it show it to me on the map? Yes, it does. It shows it blinking right there. You know what? Let's leave the map open. It's going to look kind of weird as I leave the map open and try to drive to the grass field to kind of show you the size of the grass field that you used to have to cut. And I actually kind of remember a little bit mowing this often when I first started on the map. Actually, it's through here. Now let's just get on out and... Oh yes, this is the field you'd have to mow right here. So all the way down, just inside this fence area, and you got paid $4,100 to mow that grass. Which I guess is not too bad. I'm trying to think of the jobs that we get. There was also the jobs that we do get now in Farming Simulator to where transportation. They did have those type of jobs as well. So no landscaping, but you could merge fields together with a plow, as we do now. So I think that was kind of a new thing in 15. I don't think that was in 13. It could be. Let's go sell some eggs. I don't know how many eggs I actually have on me. It should show me somewhere how many eggs are in my backpack. Does it not? Or was that in 17? You think I would know this by now? Oh wait, no, eggs in backpack, 37. Let's see how much I get for 37 eggs. All right, so $421, which is not bad. And I don't really have that many chickens. All right, so I do believe we're coming up onto the Sawmill. And the Sawmill was the big thing the first couple of weeks of Farming Simulator 15. That was where, if you want to earn money and earn money fast, that was the way to go. I think I got myself a chainsaw. So if I go... Where's my map? Get your map out, Peanut. There you go. Lumberyard is actually... Yeah, it's actually down... They don't have a small map. Just the big map, apparently? Alright. Oh, I may actually have that turned off. I do have a lot of wind turbines on this map. I think they if you remember, they cost $1.2 million to put down, but they earn you like $2,000 an hour. Ridiculous amounts. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do this because I don't think I got anything down here to move a tree. But if he did it right, let's see if I can do this here. Placeables. So 7,000. Where can I plant? Can't be placed here. I thought we could. It's a little tricky. I swear I did this back. Maybe I don't remember them fixing it. Or maybe it was just these trees here I was cutting. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be kind of a hassle to do it. I don't have Superman strength and all that. So what you would do is you would come down and cut these trees, and you would sell the trees. You get a lot of money for them. So you just keep planting like those trees for it's like 7,000. And I think when you put it in here, you got almost like double the money. And then what you would do is you come over here and send the train off, and you get paid again. I wonder if I got anything on the train. We'll send the train off anyways. And there it goes. And when the train kind of goes off the map, not when it goes through the tunnel, when it goes off the map, if I do have if I have sold logs since I last sent the train off, I'll get paid again for those trees. Kind of interesting little concept. Let's see. Let's keep driving around, and we'll go over and visit the sheep and see what the sheep are up to. So I'll see you over there. Well, you know what? Nah. You'll come along for the ride because, you know what? Maybe you get to see kind of the way the graphics were back in 15, which were not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. But you can see, like, the suspension on the tractors did go up and down, but the tire deformation wasn't really a thing back in 15. Actually, the Lamborghini doing 39 is not that bad. As you know, we don't have no fast tracks in the game back in 15. And when I'm talking about 15 here, I am excluding mods because obviously a lot of mods would be part of it. Oh, the Circus. I kind of forgot about the Circus until I turned the corner here. Yeah, the Circus. I don't think you ever saw anything like performances or anything like that going on. Yes, I'm glad we got a field with crops in. I don't think this is my field, though. It could be. Looks like some wheat. So this is what the crops look like back in Farming Simulator 15. I mean, it's not too bad considering. The ground textures, you can kind of see the way the field looked back then. And all the grass pretty much looked like this. I guess we would call them weeds nowadays. I remember, for those of you who played Farming Simulator 15, I didn't think we were able to drive through that. Now, these little posts on the side of the road, I think they were like solid objects. Here's some canola if you want to look at that as well. Be interesting to see what Farming Simulator 22, exactly how the crops look. I mean, yeah, we are seeing trailers and whatnot, the way it looks. We may be more interested in a couple days when we get it to see exactly. Well, I may not see exactly because I'll be playing with seasons, so it'll take a while for crops to grow. So it'll be kind of interesting. I'm going to say that's probably my field the way it looks. Probably the way I left the field. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. It looks like potatoes, maybe. But they do have those job boards all around town. Now we're coming up onto the sheep. You can kind of see I've been using a telehandler, loading up some wall pallets. Yeah, the animals are going to get an upgrade in 22 on the way they look. They look more furry, if you want to call them that. But I do have 150 sheep apparently here. Just roaming on around. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see exactly how much. I mean, we've seen pictures, but until you actually play the game, look at them, I can't wait to see exactly how they look. All right, so enough of the touring around, just kind of look at some animals. Let's get back to some of our farming equipment. Escape is not going to get you to where you want to go, Peanut. And back in 15, you have to hit I. Where are we here? There we go. Let's go back to just tractors only. And let's jump into this one right here. This is what the Horse Pronto 9 looked like back in 15. I believe this is the Horse Pronto 9. Isn't it the Horse Pronto 9? I'm hoping not misquoting here, so let's go back into the store. Where are sewing machines? Pronto 9. Yeah, so this actually might be the Mastero. That's the planter. Yeah, this is the corn planter. I have no idea where my Pronto 9 is. I don't think anything is in this field. Looks like I was doing a lot of silage near the end of my career in Bjorn Home in 15. Lower that on down. I'm glad the key bindings are the same. Isn't it? Lift sower, ridge markers, select seed, hire worker. Oh, I don't have no seed left in it. That'd be why I can't plant. All right, well, never mind us planting. All right, let's go over to the mod, I guess. So this mod I talked about quite a bit, and I wish this came out. It may have been out in 19. I just never saw it. But let's go over and use it. It's the car wash. I loved this thing back then. And it's been a long time since I used it. But you can bring your headers right on up here. Let's see here if I... okay, so lower header. Detach. Back on out. And I think I had to come over to here. O to start cleaning. And you can see our header is getting nice and cleaned. And while that's getting clean, let's jump into here. Let's go ahead and fold up the harvester. Make sure you go in the entryway because that's the only way this thing is cleaned. So you can see right there, calculated cost for cleaning the header was $15. And press mail buttons for additional controls. Trying to think, do I have to come back? Whoops, come back out here and nope, right here. There we go. I think it's here. Or is it still cleaning the header? Maybe I can't leave the header there. Stop cleaning. Now that the header is clean, you can see it doesn't cost me anything to clean the header. All right, maybe I can't leave the header there while I'm trying to clean two things at once. Maybe the mod's getting kind of confused. Let's hop back in here. Let's go out and get the header and move it out. Okay, you know what happened? I just wasn't close enough to the trigger to have it start cleaning. Okay, so I'll wait for that to reset here. Come on out here. And actually, yes, I think I was kind of wrong. Unfold headers. So this header did not need a trailer. All right, we'll detach that. Now we gotta wait for the car wash to get done. I mean, it's a little dirty. Now, the more dirty it was, the more it cost you to clean the equipment. Now I remember how to use this mod. You gotta drive forward, and you can kind of see there's a stop and go thing up there. So you just keep driving forward until it told you to stop, and then the machine would start on up. All right, now that the car wash has reset, so if you look up let's jump in the cab here. You can see on the left-hand side of the car wash, it says go. You just got to pull up until it says stop, and then you're good to go, I believe. Yep, it says stop. And then it'll give you a nice, good wash. You can see on the upper left-hand side, the money is slowly going up to show me how much it's going to cost to clean it. I will say this, I think I tried doing it before. I don't think you can get in here with the header, the 45-foot header behind this. So always wash the header on the outside. But, yeah, so any of you that do modding, or if you are the modder of this mod, and you actually are watching this, I highly doubt that. And can you bring this like to Farming Simulator 22? That would be just awesome. A car wash for your farming equipment. I'm just showing off this mod because I talked about it quite a bit during my Let's Plays. Like, yeah, I remember back in the day, there was a car wash. And now what it's doing is actually drying the vehicle. So while this is going on, let's just go ahead and tab elsewhere. See where it brings us. There's a big Crone X, the cows. I think that was the BGA. Yep, the sheep. Tree cutting. What do we got here? Oh, looks like I was plowing this field down here. Alright, so this ought to be good because I haven't used one of these type of plows in a while. Let's change it to, so lower the plow. Doesn't look like the plow is unfolded. But I don't see an option to unfold the plow. You can see the options, the upper left-hand corner. Key bound O to allow to create fields. And that's what a plowed field looked like back in Farming Simulator 15. Not much texture there, really. But like I said, this is going back 7 years ago. So back then, it probably looked fabulous. Today, not so much. But 7 years ago, that looked really good, I'm sure. You can see I was rolling high back in the day in Bjorn Home with all the, as far as in-game stuff goes, the high equipment. I wasn't big on mods in FS15. I had maybe at the time, I want to say about 20 mods going. But since I'm on a new PC, all those mods are on my old PC, none were on here. So I had to go look for the car wash. But definitely wanted to show that off there. Oh, can we stay up there, please? I will say this though, looking at the sky, doesn't look that bad. Now, of course, it's not moving like it does in 19. The skyline in 19, yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of. But that was just me. I don't know about the rest of you, but I didn't quite like the looks of it too much. Let's jump back into our combine. I think what we'll do is we'll come on over. We will grab our header. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and purchase. We'll go ahead and purchase that wheat field that we saw. We'll do a little bit of harvesting. Let me go see if I can find it now because I don't know. The map is coming back to me slowly but surely. Yeah, you can see I was pretty clean on picking up my straw pass, right? Yeah, straw swaths. I was right on it. Let's go do a little bit of harvesting and see what that kind of like. Yeah, just pull right in front of traffic. That's what we do. One thing I'm trying to do now is I'm hitting a whole bunch of buttons trying to get the horn to work, but apparently it does not. Maybe no horn back in 15. Okay, do we own... I wonder if I own that field. The easiest way to tell is let's detach the header. Unfold the combine here. Switch to that. Fold that on in. Yep, trying to hit my brakes. Sorry. Do we own this? Apparently I own this field and did not know it. We are harvesting canola. kind of see what the crop looks like going on in. Better animated nowadays than it was back in 15, but that was not too bad actually. Is there a way to get rid of the HUD? Yeah, we don't need the HUD on. Yeah, overall, not too bad at all. And by the way, like I started this video, Bjorn Home is on 19. It's right on the Giants mod hub. So if you want to give the map a go, well, look, it was redone. I do believe it's season's ready. Ah, yes, all my wind turbines. $1.2 million a piece to put those on down. But I do believe they make an absurd amount of money per hour on normal. Just because I'm curious. I forgot what they make per hour. Income, $2,000 per hour. I own 16 of them right now. So, yeah. I think probably that's why I stopped playing on this map, because I was making too much money and I lost interest. Then I probably went and played on Westbrook Hills, I think is the other map. And I think right now is probably a good time. We're going to go visit Westbrook Hills for a little bit. And we're going to see what the gold coin's kind of situated. Starting on a brand new map. Westbrook Hills, some of you may have noticed because I actually had a multiplayer server going on for quite a while, and we played on Westbrook Hills. This map is also available in 19 on the Giants mod hub, and I think that is season's ready as well. Yeah, we had a multiplayer going on for about 3 or 4 months, but by the time the 3rd or 4th month came along, no one was really playing on it anymore, so we just kind of let it on go. Let's just walk around here, because what I'm looking for are the gold coins. You think I'd be able to find one around here rather quick, right? And by the way, yeah, you can have the mini map on at all times. I must have it turned off on the Bjorn Home map. Yeah, not seeing any. Let's see if I can wander around here and find a gold coin somewhere. Hopefully, just to see what they are. So, you know, if you only played 19, yeah, this used to be a thing, I think all the way back from the original Farming Simulator 08, 09, 11, 13, 15, and all the way up to 17, where we had special things on the map we used to go around and find, and when you find them all, you got yourself a nice little bonus. You think out of 100 coins, you're just going to have one laying around here on the farm somewhere. Well, I don't think I'm going to find any gold coins, because when I go to the information page, it doesn't have where I can find any. And I'm thinking I remember now that it was a one-time thing. When you did it once on one map, and that was the only time when you get that $1 million, and that was it. So probably no gold coins around here at all. But this was the other base game map, Westbrook Hills, which I believe was also... I don't think it was called the Platinum Edition in 13, but when you got the expanded version of Farming Simulator 13, this should have been the map, I do believe. And then it became a base game map in Farming Simulator 15. And yep, this is the base game stuff that you start off with, a whole bunch of small tractors and whatnot. But overall, kind of like the same thing as we saw in Bjorn Home. There is a job billboard right here to take jobs. Probably going to be one for cutting grass right here, but I think hopefully no running missions, no pending missions. Probably because the game just started. But not too bad. Going back to 15, you know, like I said, I was kind of glad when I logged in. Steam's like, hey, I got a couple of your saved games here. I'm like, give me. Make it nice and easy for me to start on up and jump right in and show off some of the tractors and whatnot. But yeah, I would say, I mean, even look at this. The skyline in 15 doesn't look that bad at all. I've seen some of the pictures of the skyline in 22. I don't know if that's computer generated or whatnot, but like I said, we'll find out in about 3 days' time. But I thought this was a good time just to go back to just kind of look at the base game stuff, what Farming Simulator 15 had to offer. And so that way in 3 days, when Farming Simulator 22 comes out, if you can remember what you saw in this video, what the way things looked, the way things were, and now the way things will be, pretty big improvement as far as I can see. I know sometimes things are small, like tire deformation, just by putting weight on. So as we can see in 15, let's see, is that header on? So, I mean, you see the cab going up and down a little bit, but what you're not going to see are the tires changing at all. So it's the little things like that, of course. Obviously, we do have seasons. Let's see here, let's change. I remember this little combine. Lower the header. And there's a reason why the header will not start. Because I'm on the wrong setting there. Because you can't tell what setting you're on. All the many hours I put in Westbridge. I remember on Bjornholm, I think Bjornholm was the last time I played on normal. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most of the time I play on hard economy. Westbrook Hills, when I switched over to that, I did start playing on hard economy. I pretty much play on hard economy now all the time. A couple times I'll play on normal, like when Seasons came out. I tried it on normal just to see how, I didn't think I'd be making much cash. But now I always play on hard mode. Hire a worker, yes, we can do that. That worked still back in the day. And that is what the map looked like there. I'm trying to remember, though. Are there more sell points here? Because how do you change? So there's only one sell point? That can't be right. I see a few sell points. Biogas plant, lumber yard, bio plant, heating plant, diner, flour mill. Yeah, how do you change? Oh, right here. Simple as that. Jeez, I didn't see that before. Yeah, you don't play a game for a couple years and you miss the little things. Yeah, so you can scroll on through. Can we mark? So, now we can mark where the silos are. So now you can kind of see some of the prices of the crops back then and the way they were. This is on normal mode again because I just started a new game. It actually even starts with a whole bunch of crops in the silo. Interesting. Very interesting. So the weather forecast, yeah, I wonder why they got rid of, I shouldn't say this now. In 19, I've been playing Seasons so long, I can't remember on the base game, is there an extended forecast for like 7-day forecast? Not too sure. I don't remember now. Don't remember at all. I'm trying to get rid of the map, and yep. Can't get rid of the map unless you go to options and get rid of the map completely. Yes. Farming Simulator 15. 3 days time, now we'll be playing most of us will be playing Farming Simulator 22. Some of you I know have mentioned that you're going to wait until the game comes out and watch it for a while to see if it's something you want to advance to. I will be doing Farming Simulator 19 videos even after 22 comes out because we still got With the Farms will be going on, and of course Griffin, Indiana will still be going on. Those episodes will come out tomorrow and the day after if you're watching this as it goes live. But yeah, just a quick look back in Farming Simulator 15. Like I said, it wasn't going to be any gameplay. Just kind of a look around to see how it was back 7 years ago. How the graphics look, which, not too bad. But if you remember the base game stuff, not much was in there compared to what's probably going to be when 22 comes out. So, yeah, I know we always say we want more tractors. But we just go back 7 years ago. A car coming down this road. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not many tractors to choose from back in 15, but then again, there were always mods. Anyways, hopefully you guys did like this look back into 15. For those who didn't play it, you're probably looking at it for the first time going, yeah, it's not that bad. Or some of you may be saying, wow, this needed some work. But just remember, this was 7 years ago. So this would have been Giants. Let's see, 08, 09, 11, 13. This was the 5th edition of Farming Simulator, right? 8, 9, 11, 13. Yeah, this was the 5th edition of Farming Simulator. So, and now we're going to be on 17, 19. Now we're going to be on the 8th edition coming out here in a couple days' time. So, yep, a lot of improvements have been done. I wish they go back to like the job boards instead of, I don't know how they're going to do in 22. Like I said, I haven't looked too much into it, but I kind of like the way the job boards, we actually had to go to a job board and get the job, and then go work in that particular field rather than just hit escape and see what contracts were available. I kind of like being able to drive up to a job board and do it that way. Buying fields, I'm okay with this clicking on the map and saying buy the field now, because in the day and age we live now, you can kind of do that, and you can say, well, you can do the same thing with jobs. Yeah, but I still always like, it's just my opinion. I like going to the job board and see what jobs are available. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. And looking back in Farming Simulator 15, this is just a one-off going back in time. But yeah, I need to get back to FS19 to do some Griffin, Indiana, and then prepare myself for Farming Simulator 22. So, like I said, hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again in Farming Simulator. But until then, have a good one.